Good morning to you and welcome to the Morning Breeze, your most authoritative morning current affairs show. And this is a Friday. It is the Media Roundtable. The Media Roundtable, which is coming just a few days before we get to start the presidential campaigns, which officially kick off on the 29th. That's going to be a Monday. Let's not even make it look like it is far ahead. No, it's going to be a Monday, and that is where we expect to be kicking off that conversation. I hope that you are having a lovely time. It's been quite a busy week, especially looking at who will be on the ballot, which presidential candidate will be coming through. And yes, we have it. 8 men. I have to just rub it in. 8 men on the ballot, no female today, unfortunately. So my good people in the feminism world, unfortunately, are not going to get this one very, very well. And yeah, we at least expected Nancy, yes, Kalembe, to be coming back, but she also didn't make it through. How the media did cover that and how it has shaped the narratives is what our conversation is going to be rotating around. What next? Did EC pass the test? That's a conversation we will be having. And as we do, of course, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, NRM in. Yes, we do not even have independents on that ballot. This time, no independent. CP's Mabirizi coming through, Elton Joseph Mabirizi. We have Common Man's Party, Lusania Party of... what is his name? Mubarak Munyagwa. We have RPP, I think. There are only political parties right there, and we'll be taking you through that conversation. Allow me to say hello to my panelists. My panel is yet to be fully constituted, but we move. Definitely, time is not our best ally. I do have Derek Wandera right next to me here, and of course, Derek, it's always a pleasure. He's a senior journalist and media trainer. I've seen him doing a lot. I don't know if he wants to leave media already, but Derek, good morning. Once a journalist, always one.
Don't preempt me.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Mildred, for always having me. Thank you for having me this morning.
Thank you so much for coming through. Charity, I always said we will force her back into the things we know her for, and that is elections and everything around the politics. Charity Ahimbisiwe Kalebo, she promised that I should always say her names, and I made that promise and I inked it, and I can't break it. Charity, good morning to you.
A very good morning, Mildred, and a good morning to our viewers. I'm happy to be here.
Happy to have you. We will have Damali Muhaye as well joining us at a later stage. Unfortunately, we'll not have Sabiti Joseph, who did get emergency. We hope that is sorted out entirely. Yes, I want to start with Charity at this, since we don't even have any, we don't have any females on that ballot. But Charity, first of all, I'm not ranting really, but it's painful. It is painful.
Charity is going to rant, of course.
It is okay. Let us start at that particular
moment. It's not a
moment.
rant. You see, this is already a gender perspective on this. It's not a rant.
He knows how
so the men think it's when the women say what they are saying, it is a rant.
No. He knows how passionate you are about the fact that there is no woman.
As a personality.
It's a personality issue, not a gender issue.
Then even I am offended.
I am sorry.
Thank you, Derek.
Okay, Charity, still I start with you. Holistically, the 2 days, the 48 hours, I would say, of nomination, having just 3 on the first day and 5 on the second day. There were a little bit of delays there, especially with what came in with Muntu and then Chagulanyi Sentamu, the delays, the letters that they did receive over signatures. And finally, we have a fully constituted ballot of 8 men. Yes, I will rub it in. How do you gauge the performance of the body that is mandated to be able to bring us the election? That is what the ballot will most likely look like, but it is always rectangular, so from top to down, those are the men that you will be seeing on the ballot. How did you see the process? Did Electoral Commission pass the test for you?
So the Electoral Commission had a big hurdle, 220 people expressing interest, and then having to reduce that number to a manageable number, because had they kept the ballot, 220 people, we would open folios
Yeah,
and folios
yeah.
to vote a person.
We would probably have candidates telling us Nzendiko page number
maybe
10.
page 20 or
exactly.
something. And then we would spend about $1 trillion just to print ballots for presidential race. Just that. We would spend about $1 trillion or $2 trillion. And then they would probably have been a mess of names and those things which we call stencil, management of stencil. That is name, face, and we always get those problems in LC elections where we shift Mildred's face and put it on Charity, and Charity will give it to Mildred, and the voters.
And then the party symbols
and
as
then
well.
all party symbols and also the names. I take one of your names and you take one of my names, and that's
so I become Mildred Ahimbisi and
yes,
Charity to high say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and when those things happen, the voters then do not understand who are they voting for. So, in terms of congratulations for reducing the number from 220 to a smaller manageable number, it is congratulations. But in terms of transparency of that process, it is not congratulations to the Electoral Commission. Why? Because we saw voices of dissent. We saw Nsereko Muhammad saying, look, I did submit the signatures that were required of me. I don't know what went wrong, and I didn't get an explanation from the Electoral Commission as to why I was not allowed to contest. Secondly, like you are saying for the women, again, it is an issue of edging out women. You see, every time we raise gender issues, it is issues of equality and issues of equity. When we talk about issues of equality, it is that we have equal levels of vying for positions that are there, political positions that are there. That I stand the very same chance like Nandala Mafabi would stand to be on that ballot. I stand the very same chance like Elton Mabirizi would have to be on that ballot, or Mugisha Muntu would have to be on that ballot, not simply because I'm a woman, but also because I have the capability. And we have seen the world over that women are leading in countries. Like Japan, for the first time, is going to have a woman prime minister. That is a landmark. Japan was one of those countries where women were always the second fiddle. You always have to be vice president or something, but never to lead. But this time, we have a woman going to take the mantle. Of course, Britain has shown us that from the time they had the Iron Lady. They were the first people to have Margaret Thatcher. And that left a legacy for the British democracy. Now, for the Ugandan democracy, we still struggle with the issue of saying you must have gone to the bush or you must have some power you wield over the military. But until we have a political dispensation that can support women to also feel they are strong enough to be on the ballot, but also for the Electoral Commission to consider that we should give a chance to women.
Charity, how would you fault the Electoral Commission
others
in this case for the non-representation of women? Because it's a bare minimum of what was expected. That pick the expression of interest forms, yes, checked. Next, the academic qualifications and everything checked. Next, we need signatures from 2/3 majority of the districts in the country. That gives you 98, each 100. That's 98,000. And check for everyone else. Do you insinuate there should have been lighter, prerequisites for the women? Where do you fault Electoral Commission at this point?
You see, where I am faulting Electoral Commission is not having shown us in terms of data what they were able to submit for the signatures. You see, they're supposed to tell us that, okay, we asked them to submit 98 districts. They submitted 40. They didn't do that. So how do we then gauge the fact that they did not submit those signatures?
Oh, yeah.
But because the process is supposed to be transparent,
sure,
and the process is supposed to be informative to the citizens that are watching. So because they didn't give us that information, we now have a right to judge them.
Okay.
Every time there is a lacuna of information, we fill the gap. So the women, it is probable they gave in their signatures, and maybe Electoral Commission says maybe some of the signatures were not credible.